All right, today we're going to talk about building something really powerful, the architecture of your own financial stability. It's all about taking back control of your money piece by piece so you can actually build the future you want. So let's dive in.
So does this sound familiar? Payday comes, you feel good, the bills get paid, you live your life. And then, poof, you're looking at your account wondering, wait, where did it all go? It's such a stressful feeling. And honestly, we've all been there. The good news? There is absolutely a way to get that control back.
You know, when you boil it all down, your entire financial life is really just a balancing act. It all comes down to two simple forces, the money that's coming in and the money that's going out. Mastering this balance, that's the first, most crucial step to building a rock-solid financial foundation.
Okay, so the fancy term for this is cash flow. It's simple, really. Inflows, that's all your income, right? Your salary, maybe a side hustle, anything that puts money in your pocket. And outflows are, you guessed it, all your expenses. But here's the thing, the real goal isn't just to watch this flow, it's to direct it.
And this is where it gets super simple, right? It all comes down to two outcomes. You've got positive cash flow, which means you bring in more than you spend, or you've got negative cash flow, where you're spending more than you earn. And let's be real, staying in negative cash flow for too long, well, that's the danger zone. It's a fast track to debt and a whole lot of stress. That is the exact trap we're here to learn how to avoid. Okay, so how do we actually get a handle on this? How do we take back control? The first step is to decode your cash flow. We've got to move from just guessing where our money went to knowing with total certainty where every single dollar is going. And for that, you need a very specific, very powerful tool. And that tool is a budget. And yeah, I know what you might be thinking. Budget. But seriously, forget any bad vibes you have with that word. A budget is simply a plan. That's all it is. It's the blueprint you designed to tell your money where to go, so you are never ever left wondering where it went. It is without a doubt the most powerful tool you have for mastering your cash flow. Now, to build this blueprint, you got to know your materials, right? And your expenses, they pretty much fall into two main buckets. First, you've got your fixed expenses. These are the predictable ones that stay the same, like your rent or a loan payment. But then you've got your variable expenses, and this is where your daily choices make a huge impact. This is where your real power to change your financial picture lies. All right, theory is great and all, but let's make this real. Let's actually walk through a practical example and see how this blueprint works with some real numbers. First things first, let's establish our inflow. For our example, we're going to work with a total monthly income of 15,000 dirhams. So that's our starting point, the total amount of money we have to work with for the month. Now, before we dig into the nitty-gritty numbers, this chart gives you a great visual snapshot. You can see right away the biggest chunk goes to housing, followed by some important categories like savings and food. This is what a budget does. It instantly gives you a crystal clear picture of your financial priorities. Okay, so here's the breakdown. We start with that 15,000 in income. We're allocating 5,000 for housing, 2,000 for food. And look, this part is absolutely key. 2,000 dirhams is going straight into savings. That is not an afterthought, it's a planned expense. We add in everything else, transport, insurance, you name it. And our total outflows, our total spending, comes to 14,000 dirhams. And here it is. This is the magic number. After every single bill is paid, and after you've paid yourself first by putting money into savings, there's a surplus of 1,000 dirhams left over. This is what positive cash flow looks like in the real world. That surplus, that is your secret weapon. It's your breathing room, your opportunity fund. You know, that surplus, it's so much more than just leftover cash. It's the raw material you use to build your financial safety net. It's the very thing that protects you when life, inevitably, throws you a curveball. And this quote, it really hits home, right? This is exactly what happens when there's no safety net in place. One unexpected event, a medical bill, a sudden job loss, can force you into high-interest debt, turning a manageable crisis into a long-term catastrophe. Think of it this way. A consistent budget is your best defense. It's how you build that alternative before a crisis hits. Okay, let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about getting through the month. Having a handle on your money like this has powerful long-term rewards that really impact your overall financial stability, including how banks and lenders see you. And the data here is just fascinating. Just look at the difference. Study after study shows that households that have a structured budget are way less likely to default on their loans. And the reason why is pretty simple when you think about it. It signals discipline, it signals awareness, and those two things basically scream stability to anyone looking. And look, here's why that actually matters to you in the real world. When you go to apply for a car loan or mortgage, lenders are analyzing this exact information. They're looking at your cash flow, they're looking at your debt to income ratio. A solid budget helps you master these numbers, which makes you look like a much stronger, much lower risk borrower. So what's the game plan? How do you actually do this? Well, it boils down to these three simple, powerful habits. Number one, keep a close eye on your income. Know what's coming in. Number two, track your expenses systematically. Use an app, a spreadsheet, even a notebook, whatever works for you. And number three, check in on your financial balance every single month. That's it. This simple loop is the engine that drives financial control.
Because in the end, managing your money, it's not really about numbers on a page, is it? It's about taking authorship of your own life story. A budget is the tool that gives you the power to write that next chapter exactly the way you want it. So the only question left is, are you ready to pick up the pen?